people with English names don't have meanings. You understand what I'm saying? Bob. What's the meaning of Bob? Good point. Jeff. Jeffrey. James. You know, no spiritual significance, no meanings behind them. But you find a name like Ayonfet. You know, you ask him what that means. That has a meaning. Ezekiel, Kosua, Akanke, Anaya. When we went to the Sankofa conference, I go. When we went to the Sankofa conference, one of the workshops was that the watoto had to find out the meanings behind their names. Yeah, you know, because our names have meanings. Very deep meanings, which carry along with us throughout the rest of our lives. They hold an energy, you know, and this is very important because when Africans are given names, they're giving a significant recognition to who they are, to their being, you know, as an individual. And that carries out with you for the rest of your life, you know, and it helps you throughout your destiny, to find your destiny, to fulfill your destiny. Ajane.
I have a question. For every Orisha, for the day of the week, do Africans go and like give offerings every day?
Yeah. One thing about Yoruba tradition, we really don't like to say Yoruba religion because religion means that you have to set out a certain time to study for it. It means that you have to take out a certain time of your day or of your week to really set aside for it. In Yoruba, our religion and our tradition and our culture is an everyday thing. It's they're what we call holistic, which means that they work with each other. So every morning when we wake up and we say, "Oh, thank God I'm alive today," and we pour water we pour libation. That's a part of our religion, but it's also our tradition and our culture. So it's already embedded in it. So we don't have to take it out of what it is and call it a religion because it's already in the culture. So we know, Africans are very godly and spiritual people. We never really had to make a difference between what Europeans would call secular, which is another topic. You know, not talking about God in certain areas. Like in school, you're not allowed to pray in school. That's unheard of in Africa. In Africa, you would never say that a child is going to learn and not give a recognition to the Creator who made that child and gave that child the ability to learn. You would never separate that from the child, you know.
It's like, do somebody else go by themselves or do like a group of people go together?
What do you mean?
Like when they give things to the Orisha, do they go by themselves?
Sometimes they go by themselves, or sometimes maybe if you have a family, you take your family and you go.